Hello, my beautiful friends, and happy 2018. Just want to check in with you guys and give you some updates. Obviously, if you're interested in purchasing a year ahead reading, I'm offering those on my website below till the end of the month. Okay, so 1/31 will be the last day I'm taking bookings for those. As you've heard me talk about prior, I do want to travel in 2018 to host some events around America. Right now, it's looking amazing for New York City, the Bay, and Orlando. Okay, I need at least a crowd of 15 to 20 people at minimum to host these events. It's looking like I could definitely do that in those cities. So drop comments below if you think that your city could, rustle up that many people, and we'll see what we can do. Also, obviously, as you can see, I don't always get around to general love readings every month, and that's because creating content takes time, and obviously my private clients come first. Now, the readings that you're watching right now will always be free and will always be done every single month, and they will be available to you. However, I want to be able to do these in-person events. I want to be able to offer you guys more free content in a different capacity and more paid services. So in order to do that, I'm considering making the monthly general love readings by pay subscription. It wouldn't be the kind where you rent them through YouTube. It would be something where you'd go to my site and you'd pay $2 or less, between $1.50 and $2. And on the 2nd of every month, it will be dropped in your email inbox as a private YouTube video, kind of like how if you've ever had a private reading with me, how those are delivered. So like I said, this isn't an effort because I don't want to raise my prices. I love the prices that I have. I think that I'm very accessible to my clients, and I want to continue it being that way. So in order to continue expanding and offering you guys more, that is my idea. Please let me know what you think if you'd be interested in something like that. As well as the lovely jewelry that I'm rocking today is from Gray Baby Gallery, who's based in LA. She has an Etsy store. I actually found her when I was shopping for myself this Christmas. And what's amazing is her stuff is so affordable. And every single cent goes to helping to provide medical care and food for the LA homeless pets. So if you're interested, check her out below. And as always, if you need anything from me, if you want to get in touch with me, all that information is below. Love you guys. Alright, Libra. So, this message wanted to come up really quickly. Before I go into that, though, I just want to say that don't get so busy this month that you go cross-eyed, or like you're so fixated on something or trying to put your attention everywhere that, again, you go cross-eyed. Obviously, I'm saying that, in a more joking manner, but literally while I was shuffling the cards, I started to go cross-eyed. So, I want to say, heavy is the head that wears the crown, Libra. It's so funny because a Libra that I follow on Twitter was just talking about this energy that we have here with the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Being independent and being a boss ass bitch, if you will, or man, is not always all fun and games. Yes, it's amazing to be able to dote on yourself and do you and live on your rules and, know your worth and just be the HBIC, if you will. However, that comes with a different set of, I don't want to say rules because it's not rules, a different set of responsibilities. Especially when it comes to being self-employed or having a side hustle or being a single parent, or, just running your own business, whatever. It takes a different set of, to be a hustler or whatever, it takes a different set of, goals, and it takes a different set of energy. There will be times where you will feel so overwhelmed. And with the 3 of Pentacles over here, with the 10 of Cups, there has to be a point where you know when to call in the troops, if you will, when you need to call in extra help in order for you to retain your emotional fulfillment, right? Your happiness. In order for you to be this independent, thriving person with all the responsibilities that come with that, also comes the discernment to know when to ask for help. And asking for help is never a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Yeah, and especially if you're trying to take things to a new level, if you're trying to expand your business, if you're trying to expand your consulting, like if you're trying to step out and offer services in addition to your 9-to-5 for the first time, especially, you need to know when to ask for help. Your family definitely could be there to help you, as well as, you know, just your loved ones. And I feel like this is like your, you know, like your people, you know, your people, like the people that you can count on, the people that really make you feel good. Like, I don't think you have to seek out a bunch of other people. I think they're already there. And they're ready and willing to help you. And I don't even know if they necessarily need to, like, if this is like subletting jobs or, you know, like commissioning out certain parts of your work. Like, that's another thing too. If you're self-employed or starting to do that, there's a certain leverage. You have to know what your time is worth, okay? And there are certain jobs that, even though they're easy and you don't really want to pay somebody to do it, or, you know, have to pay out a fee to have someone else handle it, if it frees up your time, and that job is only worth $14 an hour, let's say, and your time is worth $70 an hour, obviously freeing up the time to be available to clients or whatever else you do is very impactful, okay? And this is essentially important to continue to build whatever it is that you're fixated on. Lean on the people that you love. They're here to help you, okay? All right, Libra. So, I know you're an air sign, and I know you like to think a lot. This hello comes from a Virgo. Hello, I'm ruled by Mercury. I get it. I get it. But it has come a time where you must believe in your self-worth. Okay? It is essential, and I want to say paramount, that in order for you to get over the hump, if you will, in order for you to finally make the progress that you have been praying on, it's time to get out of your head. Notice how every single card on this table is blue with the exception of the Queen of Pentacles. And you're locking yourself out of the Queen of Pentacles right now. Because I don't feel that these two cards are energy outside of you. I absolutely feel that this is the King of Wands is something that you need to embody, as well as tap into your inner Queen of Pentacles. Now, the overall energy is strength, again, with the yellow. So it's time to tap back into your solar plexus. It's time to tap back into your personal power. I don't know what has shaken you. I don't know what has made you second guess your ability to provide, your ability to build, your ability to grow and thrive in whatever it is that resides in your heart. Okay? Because, you know, something that I was thinking about today myself as I was actually getting ready to start creating events in LA in the Bay Area, so keep posted for that. I was like, you know, I was second guessing it for a second, and I was just sitting there mulling about it. And I'm like, you know what? If you build it, they will come. And that is what you need to tell yourself this month, Libra. It does not, if you are looking for evidence as to why you should believe in yourself, as to why you should expand upon your business, or why you should step out and start to create a side hustle, or why you should step out and start to actually dabble in something that you care about. The star has showed up in every single reading this month, every single reading in a different position. You're the first sign to get it in the past position. And I don't believe it's because you're supposed to give up on your dream, or you're supposed to be giving up on your faith. It's just that there's a healing that needs to happen in order for you to step back into the belief that this can even happen for you. Okay? With the strength as the overall energy, this is about resiliency. And this is about being able to tame the ego and know and know when that's who's speaking. You know? Because as you progress on this spiritual journey, you know, the ego does get more subtle. And the ego does get more tricky, if you will. Now, the upside is the intuition starts to, like, match it on level and intensity. But if you notice, in the beginning of your spiritual practice, Your ego will feel like very, it's very distinct. Like, wow, I'm full of fear. Like, it's like you know what I mean? The whole vibration shifts in an intense way. But as things get more nuanced and subtle, you will find that, not that you can't tell the difference between fear and intuition, you totally can, but it's a lot more subtle because you have a lot less fear. And it's almost like even or lesser than the intuition level. So because it's not very jarring in your being, because it's more, you know, just slipping in through the cracks, you almost want to consider it as if it's a valid point, as if any voice inside your head telling you, maybe, like anything that tells you not to believe in yourself, any inclination that you have to not believe in whatever it is that you desire, is your ego. It is fear. It is doubt, you know. Your higher self would never tell you not, you know, to doubt yourself. Even if your higher self thought that something you were about to do was not the best idea, they wouldn't tell you to doubt yourself. They would just nudge you in a slightly different direction and urge you to get to the root of that feeling, not fixate on how you want to express that feeling. Okay, so that's what I'm going to keep in mind. So what you're being asked to release this month, we have the Star with both the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. And the rune we have here is healing. So again, I feel like you've been sleeping on your dreams a little bit. I feel like you've been sleeping on your faith as well. It's time to heal your hesitancy, your fear towards putting in effort towards those dreams. Putting in effort towards faith. Something has happened, whether it be because I feel like nothing bad happened, but I feel like things have plateaued. Specifically in business or creative projects. Okay, this does not feel romantic to me in any capacity. If romance is involved, it's in addition to these other aspects. I feel like this is career and passion projects, things that really, really, really line up with what you would call your soul purpose. So whether you're dwelling in this process or not right now is kind of irrelevant. But with the Six of Pentacles here, you need to really readjust again, right? The healing theme is here twice with the Star. You really need to readjust where you're investing your energy and ask yourself, am I afraid to find out where I've been putting in my effort, because then I'll feel bad and get in my head again about how I've been like downplaying my skills, how I've been downplaying my innate power, okay? Which you don't need to get all upset about it. Yeah, Two of Wands, which is in your outcome. It's just another stepping stone. Like, you know, we don't just go through 1 to 10 once or Fool to the World once. We go through it time and time and time again. So something has hit a lull in terms of the way you get money, the way you invest yourself in work, in creative projects, in finance endeavors, in your spiritual practice, in the things that really resonate with your core. You've kind of been afraid to take it up a notch, if you will, but it's time now. It's time. You are strong enough to do it. You would not be being called to go up another octave that requires more time and more emotional investment. And you know, we all know time isn't real. Time isn't even real. So at first, yes, it will feel like it's going to take more time and there will need to be an adjustment. However, once you create that adjustment and readjust your priorities on an energetic level, this fear will dissipate. Because I don't even think, with this Nine of Wands, I don't even think something bad happened in the past. Like, I don't think you had like a negative experience, so to speak. I think that if anything, this is you being afraid that people aren't going to receive your work. And that you have to invest your energy elsewhere. Okay, I feel like this fear is more towards a specific person. This hesitancy is towards a specific person or the people that you serve in your business, in your life, in your work. Okay. What door is now open that was once closed? We have the Seven of Pentacles, so directly moving up here with the Four of Cups in the rune that we have here is marriage. Now, you could be investing in a bit, like you could either be invested in a business with your marriage partner, in a business marriage, if you will, married to your work, or this is just overall commitments, again, that you're emotionally invested in, both financially and emotionally invested in. This is stuff that you care about. Or again, the people that you work with, you really care about, and you're afraid to shift your work because of how other people will feel. Especially if you have employees. This could be like feeling bad that that you're going to change, the roles, and someone may not have a job anymore, or something like that. But with the Four of Cups clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, you're waiting for something to change, and or worrying if something is ever going to finally, hit its peak, hit its max, like really start to catch steam, if you will. Really start to bring in money. Really start to make something, I feel live up to its potential. Like, I feel like that this dream has a potential, but you're scared to fully invest. And therefore, you're seeing small money. You know what I mean? You're not seeing the full-blown manifestation of how much this could be. Now, with the Four of Cups here, there's a resistance to change. And I feel it's because of some type of emotional investment. Again, maybe because of what your marriage partner will think, what your business partner will think, again, with your customers or, your clients will think. But you can't, again, there's never a reason to operate out of fear. I mean, your ego will give you reasons, but in reality, there really is no reason to operate in fear, because if you have, because I feel like you've been getting this message more than once. This feels like something you've been thinking about for a while, because this adds up to 11. Okay, so this is to step into mastery. In order to step into mastery, we got to keep it a buck with ourselves, okay? You got to keep it real, and you got to go with your gut. And I feel like you've been denying that of yourself, Libra. I think mostly to not rock the boat, again, with people that you really love, okay? But this guy looks sad. He's like, well, our profit's been the same, or my income has been the same for months, and, I've been sitting on these ideas and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's very, like, it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Like, you know how you feel, and you know exactly what you would do to change it if you had the green light. You are your own green light. I mean, granted, spirit is a green light. Getting the idea, getting the inspiration is the green light. So if you're looking for some other external green light, you're playing yourself. You're playing yourself, honestly. Because again, with the strength here, the infinity symbol above her head is saying you have to tame that part of yourself that is a naysayer. You have to tame that part of yourself that is very aggressive and to your own self. Like, especially Libra, you're the scales, right? You're always trying to keep things diplomatic. Like, you don't need to give your ego so much weight, okay? You are divinely connected to source, and anything ultimately that comes to you, that resonates in your gut, right? This feels like very like a gut level thing. You need to heed that, okay? Heed that. Your energy as it relates to all this, in your head, we have the Two of Pentacles with the rune Disruption. In your heart, the Eight of Wands. And in your foundation, the King of Wands with the rune Journey. So, with the King of Wands and the rune Journey as the root, this is all about taking charge and being courageous. That's double down here, okay? Especially if you have fire in your chart, okay? Especially if this is your own business, especially if you are a boss, either in your own business or at a job, like if you hold a higher rank, even if you're not the highest. But I feel like this is you fulfilling a destiny, like literally, like not to be cliche, but this feels like you fulfilling a destiny. And even if you're not in your King of Wands type role yet, even if you haven't mastered something and really built up the gall, if you will, to go full throttle on what it is that makes you just feel alive, right? Because this is a guy that knows what he wants and he goes after it. And people may look at him and think like, oh, he's just blowing money, or he's just, you know, over investing himself, or he's just got all these crazy ideas, but he's not the Knight of Wands. He has long sight and he has long money, and he's going to invest himself accordingly because he is confident, right? Sitting in red, so he's grounded. Root chakra, he is grounded. He's got green on his chest because he knows where his heart is at. And he's got yellow on his cape because he is sure of himself, solar plexus. Okay? And with the blue background, he always says what he feels. Boom. There are no questions to be asked with the King of Wands. He's going to go and get it no matter what. So it's time to really channel that energy for yourself. Again, we have the 8 and a 2, which brings us to a 10. You have maxed out whatever level you're at in work. And you've been getting called and called and called to 8 of Wands. Go ahead. Full steam ahead. Go, 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 go. Whether you're getting ideas to take things onto the internet or change what you do on the internet, whether you're getting synchronicities, whether you've just been getting called to move or to change. I feel like this is phone calls. I feel like this is emails. I feel like this is just like insights rapidly hitting you in the heart space. Like, you're like, whoa, like, I didn't know I felt like that, but you did at the same time. You've just been denying it. With the 2 of Pentacles in your head with disruption, honestly, we have the infinity symbol again here. Honestly, I feel like you're trying to juggle more than what's your responsibilities. Like, technically, right, this card is about, oh, we have to consider our, you know, our emotional world in order to bring harmony to our physical world, which is true, right? Which is true, and that is valid. And in that regard, your mental fixation on why you shouldn't do this, because you're letting your ego jabber, is what's disrupting you from bringing in that harmony. Because you already know in your heart what needs to be done, and you already know, you already have the plan. Again, you already have the vision. That's not even up for question. However, I feel as though there are people outside of you that you are prioritizing over yourself, even though you are the boss, even though you are the, you know, the person in charge, even though you are the brain of the operation, if you will. Okay? If you feel like you need to see a certain amount of money again, or a certain amount of indicators outside of yourself prior to you believing in your ideas, you know, you're going to be waiting for a long time. Okay? That was fast. Yeah, Starseed. With the 8 of Wands again, there's so much room for growth. So much room for growth. 7 of Pentacles again. And it's going to take some time to come into fruition. However, you need to put it in motion now. Okay, with the Strength here, the King of Wands, and the 8s and 7s repeating themselves, I see summer being a big time for you. We got an 8 here too. I see summer being a big time for you. Okay? Yeah, Chariot, which is again a 7. In order to really make long-standing, lasting progress, you need to start to put the wheel in motion now. Okay? Even if you're saying like, oh, well, in the future. Well, in the future is now. Because if we don't see it, and we don't believe in it, and if we don't start speaking on what we really desire, it's never going to come. You can't wait till the day before that you want to do something and, you know, just expect it all to show up. You got to start believing in it now and acting on it now. Spirit's advice for you is the 8 of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, with the rune Standstill. So it's funny that Spirit's advising you with the 8 of Swords here. Now, basically for me, this is saying that, one, you could be consulting an earth sign to kind of hash out these ideas that have bound you. Because I feel these 8 of Swords feels like ideas to me. These same things that are in your heart that you want to take action on, that will make you take flight and really inspire you again, are the same things that make you feel trapped. Okay? Because you're like, I'm feeling it and I'm thinking it, and I'm feeling it and I'm thinking it, and I'm feeling it and I'm thinking it. And the Queen of Pentacles is saying, ground it. Do something to get it out of your system. Do something to make it into form. It's time to make it into matter. And that's going to be on hold until, again, you step out of your head and believe in your ability to birth it. Okay? It's time to seize that energy. And literally, like, I'm seeing you do like a visualization type meditation, or even a written one, like where you just like listen to like, you know, solfeggio tones or something, and you sit there and you write. And I feel like that is going to physically plant the seed, like Jack and the Beanstalk style. Like everything's just gonna blow up. But the actual manifestation of things will be on hold until you believe that what is in your heart is possible. That it's even possible. That there are more clients for you, that there is more money for you, that there is more love for you to be had through following your passion. Okay? The most likely outcome is the Page of Swords with the Two of Wands. And the rune that we have here is female. For the men that are watching this, I feel like, not that you're keeping a secret, like a negative secret with the Page of Swords, but I do feel like you may be keeping these ideas from a female potentially that you're married to, or again, you're in business with, because you're concerned she won't see the vision, she won't see the expansion in it all, or because she's not a part of the vision. And again, it's not a nasty thing. It's just like business is business. You know what I'm saying? Aside from that, this is an expansion on your feminine energy, Leo. Or, Leo. Libra. So take that as you will. That was an accident. Well, not. Because with the Page of Swords here, I see you collecting your ideas. Again, like I was saying, writing them down. Like really, really seeing, making a vision board, making a goal list. I mean, it's still early in January. Like, and personally, I believe that the new year starts at the spring equinox anyways in March. You know, making a list, checking it twice, really looking at, again, seeing what's holding you back. Like, I feel like you're writing down a list to see what's holding you back, and you're going to realize that it's either a woman, which technically no one holds us back, right? It's just our idea that they are. Or your lack of trust in your feminine energy, meaning your ability to receive, right? Put yourself out there and then receive back that love and support and divine connection from spirit. Yeah, High Priestess. I definitely don't think you're going to be, and Wheel of Fortune. I definitely don't think that you're going to be sharing this with other people. Okay, so this is not manifestation season. This is plotting season. But you need to start believing in yourself now, especially if you're looking to do some type of spiritual work, or, again, this feels very business or career related. And I do not feel like you're going to share it with many people yet, but you are going to start to take your vision and your ideas of expanding into the future seriously. All right, Libra, let's get you. Not that many affirmations. See, Spirit is like, yo, believe in yourself. They just tried to throw you like 17 affirmations. All right. Okay, fine. Y'all see how these cards do me? When I make a mistake, I realize that it is only part of the learning process. As I forgive myself, it becomes easier to forgive others. So if you've had a failure in business in the past, or you've left a job, you know, just to not be able to find one that was a higher paying, or, you know, a boss told you like, hey, we're going to give you a raise and promotion in this much time, and it never happened, right? Let yourself off the hook. Actually, interesting that I said Leo, because that's Leo's title. Let yourself off the hook. So if you have Leo energy, I definitely suggest checking that out. But Libra, I love y'all. And like I was saying before, in the introduction when I recorded it, these plans weren't set yet. But I am absolutely, definitely going to be in LA and the Bay Area towards the end of April. If you go into the community tab on my channel, you can see the dates, and I'll be posting something on my website and putting out another video specifically about that extremely soon. So I love y'all. It's been real as always. Peace.